SMED or quick changeover is one of the most important tools in lean manufacturing, and this helps in reducing the changeover time of your critical machines. This is very important because SMED helps in load leveling and also reduces your WIP in the shop floor. But many people, when they think about SMED, they always think that it's a very costly activity. No, you need a lot of technology, or it takes a lot of money to implement SMED. But SMED can be implemented without any major investment, with very low cost tools and very simple principles. And in this particular video, I'm going to share 10 questions or 10 points which you can consider while doing SMED, so that you can implement SMED in a very simple and easy way without any major investment. Come, let's get started. Hi there, this is Anant, your trusted lean manufacturing implementation partner, and welcome to Kaizen Club. And in this video, we are going to talk about 10 points or 10 key questions to ask while doing SMED. So the first one is there any part that is removed unnecessarily while doing the changeover? Right? Many times we have seen there are some components which are removed unnecessarily while doing the changeover. Right? There is no functionality, right, for these components, but the thing is, people remove it and then they will again install it. Right? It becomes a practice, and people don't question the reason why I have to remove this part from the machine while doing the changeover. So many times it happens like that. So think about why this particular part is removed from a setup, while doing the changeover. That's the first question. Second one is, are the required tools available near the workplace? Right? Whenever we are doing a changeover, we found that more than 50% of the time is spent for searching the tools and bringing the tools to the point of use. So before doing the changeover, ensure that all the tools are arranged properly near the point of use, so that people don't have to search for the tools. Right? This itself will reduce your changeover time by more than 50%. This is what we are seeing in most of the companies. Right? Getting all the tools, raw materials, and the next punch and dies, everything ready, that itself will take care of 50% of your time. So this is the second point. Third one is, can we reduce the number of types of tools? Right? In a changeover, people use different types of tools, like wrenches, right? Your pneumatic guns, maybe, right? Your maybe big spanners, right? How many types of tools I am using? Can I reduce it? Can I bring it down by using similar parts or similar components, so that I don't have to use a lot of different tools? So that will reduce the searching time of the tools. So that is the third point. And the fourth one is, how much time it takes for alignment, right? When we are bringing the new punch and die or a mold, how much time it takes for me to align it in the particular setup. And many times we see like 10 to 15% of the time is going for alignment. Right? People first align it, they tighten it, then they do one component, it's not properly aligned, so then again they have to check it. So this alignment is taking a lot of time. So how can I reduce the alignment time? That is your fourth point. And then the fifth one is, what are the various adjustments or fine tuning we are doing? After the alignment, people do a lot of fine tuning of the parameters, right? For example, it can be pressure, or it can be steam temperature, or it can be your machine movement, right? RAM movement. So a lot of this fine tuning or adjustments happen during the setting. How can I reduce those adjustments and fine tuning? Right? Can I have some markings, some reference planes, so that I don't need to do a lot of these adjustments? So that is the fifth point. And the sixth one is, can we eliminate some of the bolts by using quick couplings? Right? We have seen a lot of these bolts and nuts which need to be removed, and then people have to do this airline connections, water line connections for injection molding, lot of these things. And they used to have a traditional couplings where they will spend a lot of time in tightening those hoses. Can we use quick couplings? Think about that, right? So that is the sixth point. How much time it takes to screw and unscrew the bolts and nuts? So can I use a pneumatic tool? Right? So in case you are not able to do a quick coupling, right, can I use a pneumatic tool to reduce the time for screwing and unscrewing? So that is the seventh point. And then the eighth one is, can I create a sub-assembly right, of the setup outside the machine, so that I do the changeover there and then I take and fit it inside the machine while there is a requirement. So it is actually relevant to the third point. It's related to the third point of our SMED, where we talk about converting some of the internal activities to external, right? So by this process, we are converting the internal process to external process. Can I do some assembly outside, right, and then fit it as a setup inside the machine while doing the changeover? So think about that. And the ninth one is, can we use some spacers or gauges wherever it is required, right? Instead of doing a lot of tightening, right, I can use a spacer there, right, and I can use a visual gauge to easily align the component. So these are the things which we can do. And the 10th point is, can we use some color coding or visual indicators or reference planes, right? It can be for alignment, it can be for adjustments, right? People don't have to do a trial and error while doing the changeover, right? It has to go and fit exactly where it is required. So that kind of color coding or visual indicators can be used. For example, the bolts which go into different places can be given different colors, because normally I have seen one bolt which is in a particular component. If I take that bolt and put it in a different component, it will not go there, even though the spec will be the same, right? So it is easier to give color codings for bolts, and so that it matches exactly where it needs to go, and people don't have to waste time in screwing and then unscrewing it and putting it in the new place, right? So color coding will help, visual indicators will help. So these are all the 10 points which you can consider while doing changeover, that will reduce your changeover time by more than 50%. So this, we have done it in many companies, and wherever we have implemented, we are able to bring it down to less than 50%. So this is something which you can try. What are some of the ideas which you got while watching this video? Please share it in the comments. If you are interested in learning lean manufacturing in a structured and holistic way, our courses will help you. Okay, I have given the links in the description, so you can check them out. We have a free course also on lean manufacturing. You can check it out. And if you are interested in getting these updates on lean manufacturing, please feel free to subscribe to our newsletter, where we share a lot of these tips as an email, and it goes to more than 5,000 manufacturing professionals. You can consider subscribing to that also. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please share this with your team members so that they can also implement a faster changeover in their units. So thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. See you. Bye-bye.